Aquarius, hello! Welcome to my channel, Universal Power Tarot. My name is Marthe. I'm very happy you tuned in. This is your reading for the month of December 2019. Just a quick info before I start your reading and what is going on with you in December. This is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate with you. Please only take with you what resonates and leave the rest behind. And we got your first card, which is the High Priest or Hierophant. Very interesting. Could also be a Taurus that you're dealing with. I'm not sure yet whether it's you or the other person. But whoever this is, they're very connected to both worlds, the spiritual and the material world. And they have a higher perspective, a higher viewpoint already. Yeah. There is some quarrel going on between you and this other person. Possible jealousy, or I'm getting like accusing. Somebody is accusing someone. Here we go. Yep. This is two forces that are equally strong, that are head-to-head right now. The outcome is going to be victorious. For whomever, we don't know that yet. That is interesting. That is interesting. I'm also getting like on a high horse. Someone is on a high horse. I'm not getting it so much you, Aquarius. I'm not getting it so much you who's on a high horse here. And I'm more so getting, the more I get into it, I get the feeling this is you. You are a very knowledgeable person. Very knowledgeable, very spiritually connected for sure. Very connected. Wow, you're powerful. I can feel your energy. And you're really putting an effort on viewing things from a higher perspective. Which is why those petty arguments and that sort of thing that seems to be happening here right now is going to be like, why are we doing this? Like, why are we doing this? Is this really necessary? It's like, but of course you're not being like stepping down. Whoa, too many cards. Of course you're not really stepping down. This is somewhat head to head between you and another person that seems to be sitting on a high horse. King of Rods. King of Rods. This is describing you. You're very stable, very committed. You got your stuff down. You're like really grounded. I'm getting a lot of earthy energy here. A lot of earthy energy. You're very grounded, possibly very connected to Mother Earth. Possibly very connected to Mother Earth. Wow, you're doing a lot of work, like inner work, a lot of internal work. Yeah. You are rather one that is working with people, in contrast to fighting and being all over the place. And because this energy is not really helping anyone, it's just like everybody's doing what they have in their heads themselves, instead of working together and just building the project. So what you're doing is you're taking yourself out of the equation and you're like, I'm going to follow my own passion and I'm going to do this. And guess what? I'm going to be successful at it. I'm going to be very successful at it because I already started. I can already see. 7 of Rods is like you're already far into the project. There's only 3 rods left till the 10 of Rods. This is great stuff. You're really just focusing on yourself. You're like, yeah. Karma is the next card out. Scales are being balanced. It's funny because you got the Two of Swords, and here you got the scales, right? The scales. Don't know if you can see it. It doesn't really focus. Here you got the scales. This is funny because I noticed the moon, like the new moon, on the head of the Hierophant here. But this is also in the Karma card, but with a female energy here, up here. The sun and the moon. So this is about balancing something. Something you're not seeing and something you're supposed to see. Something you're not seeing and something you're supposed to be. And this might be something that is long overdue. Something that is long overdue, because this could be something karmic, meaning something that you took with you. You or the other person took with you or them from the last lifetime or lifetimes. Ten of Swords, something's coming to an end. Possibly with this person. This is also, of course, the mind games. The mind games are coming to an end. Possibly talking about the other person. Maybe they're stepping off their high horse. Maybe they're done with that also. Maybe that's what's being balanced here. I need more cards to inquire. Why is karma here, please? Strength card. Strength card, Leo energy. And you got the balancing out here as well. Balancing out here as well. This is also Kundalini rising, and again something is coming into balance. So this is a lot about coming into balance here. About I want to say about yourself. You're seeing something that you haven't seen before, and after you see it, it immediately comes to an end. It immediately comes to an end. After you see this person for what they're doing, after you see this and really recognize it, this comes to an end. Like the mind, your mind will settle down again. And yeah, since you're focused on your project anyways, it's more focused. The more focus is on your own projects anyways, but this is something that you need to see. Something that you need to see and that needs to come to an end, because especially when you're focusing on something that positive, and especially if you this is burdensome to you, you know, you put in a lot of work already, but this has become burdensome, like the situation with the other person, with the significant other, has become burdensome to you, because any energy, like when you're putting forth that much positive energy and engagement that you bring forth, Aquarius, then a situation like this is burdensome and something that you don't need, because you want to focus and need all your strength and all your focus on your own project, on yourself, and not on petty games that are being played here quite obviously. This needs to come to an end. Look at yourself. Wow. You are so abundant. You are so abundant. So, wow, you are an amazing person. This is crazy how abundant you are. Like the energy I was feeling before is confirmation, basically. You are very much in touch with yourself and with the spiritual world. Very much. And you are abundant inside and out. Inside and out. And if it hasn't shown itself in the material world already, it definitely will. The Hierophant says so, and the Ten of Rods. You're gonna be very successful, because this is going somewhere. That's what I mean to say. This is going somewhere. Your efforts that you've put in are really paying off. They are really paying off. And your viewpoint, like seeing things from a higher perspective, really pays off. And the other person over here, It's just like, this is insecurity. This is something that stems from insecurity on their part. Definitely. They feel trapped within their own world, and that's why they're starting this argument. I was also in the beginning getting a little bit of jealousy with the Five of Rods, which is also playing. This is like a full circle kind of thing. Also with you, that's the balance here. It's so interesting because either you take the high road, which is what you're doing here, quite obviously. So you're totally in your element, you're doing yours. This is almost like yin and yang, but in a very weird way. Not in a balanced type of way, but you can definitely see with this connection where it takes you when you haven't integrated what you already have integrated already, and when you're not working on yourself, but when you're staying in that negative mindset, and then you have to be jealous almost of other people because you're unhappy yourself. And this is exactly what this is, what depicts here. This other person you're dealing with is on their high horse because they're insecure, because they don't know how you did what you just pulled off, or what you're just about to pull off. They see what you're doing very much, and they really want a piece of it, but you're really not having it. You're like, I don't want this in my life. You got to understand that. You got to understand that. You're very much the King of Rods, and this is not the King of Swords, who would be just cut it all off. You're very you're also strong with your wand in your hand, and you're like, hey man, hey woman, there's no way I'm having this, right? There's no way I'm having this. So you're ending this quarrel fairly quickly. You're like, that's it. I don't want this. I don't want you anywhere near my project, is what this is saying. Exactly. Because you don't want that in your project. You don't want that within something that is so prosperous already, and that you invested so much in. You don't need that negative energy in there at all. At all. I'm going to inquire about the project. Let me know about the project that Aquarius is pulling off here at the moment. How cool is that? Good for you, Aquarius. Really good. Awesome. I'm hearing also keep going, keep going, keep going, Aquarius. Yeah, you got the options here. Absolutely. You choose who you are working with. You choose who you are working with. Like, it's totally up to you. This card also talks about, if you have made a decision already, stick to it. It's the right one. Stick to it. It's the right one. You're weighing your options. And you're the one that decides, because you're in the powerful position to do so. Either you're the boss of your company already, or your project, because that's very much what I'm getting here. You're the one that calls the shots. Knight of Pentacles. Let me get one more card to clarify the Knight of Pentacles. Please. I'm feeling this is the other person. I all of a sudden got a narcissist. But that's weird. Okay. Narcissist with an offer? I'm not sure. These are the two cards that came out. The Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. I am feeling the other person that you're dealing with really, okay, I get it. They really want to be part of what it is that you are doing, what it is that you have, what it is that you represent. They really want to be part of this. But they have their armor on. They are very much battling, because they're hiding. They're hiding their emotions. They're hiding their emotions. And they're possibly going to come at you with an offer to speak to you about their true intentions and their motives. Either that or you're going to make an offer to this person. Because you don't want to leave that person out in the cold because you see what's going on. That could also be a possible scenario for some of you. Let me get a clarify on the Knight of Cups, please. Thank you, that flew out. Ace of Swords. Yep, this is a possible new beginning. A possible new beginning. Possible new beginning. Also, funnily enough, we have a bunch of those sickle-shaped moons already that was present in the Hierophant and also present in Karma. So this has something to do with the moon cycle, and also with third eye, with seeing things from a different perspective. Because you see things from a different perspective, because your third eye is very open, that you see and perceive things that others don't necessarily, and you see the emotions of the other person and you know what's really going on. It might be that you're making the offer of this new beginning. Either that or the other person is coming in to reveal their emotions to you, and this causes a new beginning. This causes a new beginning. Again, Ace of Pentacles. A new beginning as well. Also with this rabbit, I'm always getting like cautiousness. Cautiousness with the ears. It's like you're cautious. Or maybe the other person. I'm more so getting the other person here. That is a little bit like a scared little bunny rabbit being like, oh my God, help. Somehow. You know how they shake? That's what I'm seeing, like a shaky bunny rabbit. So this is definitely the other person, but it's also a new beginning. What I'm getting here is almost in disbelief that you would reach out and extend your arm towards them when they bit you first, biting the hand that feeds them, I'm getting. And they're almost, wow, okay, they're really taken aback, and they're like, they don't know how to deal with that offer that you just extended to them, because they almost can't believe it. They almost can't believe it. One more card, please. There it is. Yep, and they're learning. Page of Pentacles. This looks very different. If I can show you, I'm going to show you the evolution here of this person. So interesting. Look at this. From being on a high horse to being the Knight of Pentacles, to being the Page of Pentacles. So this is, they have to unlearn their ego. They're unlearning their ego with you if you give them the chance. So interesting, so interesting. They're really unlearning their ego. And again, with the Knight of Pentacles, I was almost getting somewhat narcissistic behavior, which is funny because the flowers here in the background are in German Narzissen. So this is very much connected to narcissist for me, which is not the name of the flowers in English. I forgot what the name was. But anyway, so this is, yeah, he's really like, he or she is really going back. And the facial expressions too, look how innocent that one is becoming, because he or she is in your hands now, Aquarius. You're a really good influence on them. So there's definitely a willingness to learn. Definitely a willingness to learn. If you're both, and most of all you, because I see you're the one here who will probably have to extend the hand, the helping hand, and be like, hey, you cannot act like that. That is not okay. Because you see where they're coming from. You do understand. But you cannot tolerate it, of course, because it is not good for the energy of your project, for the energy of whatever is going on here, because you're so positive and so driven. So this one person can come in and be like, that's not happening, right? And you cannot allow it. A good boss does not allow this, but talks to the employees in a good way, in an understanding but straightforward way. This is what I'm getting from the King of Wands here very much. This is beautiful energy, really beautiful. Yep, fantastic. So, yeah, I'm going to draw some cards from the Angels and Ancestors deck, what the advice here is for you from Spirit. What's the advice here from Spirit for you regarding this situation? This is so interesting. Aquarius. Oh, Spirit Fox. Trust your talents in changing times. This is a gorgeous card. Really gorgeous card. See the feathers here? Like Native Americans, they had to earn their feathers. They couldn't just put them in their hair whenever they wanted. They had to earn them. Each feather stood for a major accomplishment. And you are quite accomplished. You have six feathers here already. And again, you have that sign on your forehead, which is third eye opening. You're very connected. Thus, you have the ability to overview the whole situation for sure. Oh my God. And what else I'm seeing here is, of course, who hunts rabbits? The fox. So you could very well hunt this rabbit because you're from the hierarchy point of view, you're the one that has more power for sure. And bunny rabbit better be afraid of you, or about the consequences that come with such behavior. But yeah, so interesting. But since you're the Hierophant and the King of Wands, this is a integrated energy that you have there going on. One more. Great teacher. Learn from spiritual experiences. And the dove. And the flower of life, which is, of course, you're respecting life. You're respecting others. And you want peace overall. You prefer peaceful energy. Wow. Oh my God. Who are you? That is so cool. Can I meet you? This is such awesome energy. I love that. I love that. You do have the power, but you choose to use it in a very wise way. I love it. I love it. Oh, people. The Spirit Fox. Here we go. Spirit Fox. Trust your talents in changing times. Stay alert as change is in the air. The Spirit Fox features my favorite animal of all time, the red fox, an amazingly resilient creature able to survive in urban environments or the freezing temperatures of the Arctic. Foxes know what it's like to be hunted. For centuries, they have been sought out for their precious fur when all they want is to survive. So the Spirit Fox can help you overcome the energy of adversity and unfair treatment. Interesting. Also, as urban foxes hide in cities and go about their business in the darker hours, the fox offers the medicine of blending in. With the Hierophant, this is exactly what that is. The energies around you are changing at this time, and although it may not always be comfortable, you are equipped with all that you need to survive this shift. The Strength card, right? Perfect. You got this. You are being presented with opportunities to reach spaces you've never encountered before, and this can make you feel on edge. But be open to the shifts occurring because they really are the answers to your prayers. The experience of being hunted or threatened is now behind you, and you are being invited to come out from your den and reveal your glory and talents. Call upon Spirit Fox Medicine to help you be seen for who you are, and trust in your talents in order to be the best you can be in those changing times. The best you can be in those changing times. Okay, and the great teacher. Here we go. Very spiritual, whatever you believe in. Learn from spiritual experiences. Know that what is happening around you is divinely inspired. Learn from your current experiences, then share them with others. This card was inspired by Jesus, who is one of the most widely acknowledged and loved spiritual teachers of all time. But there is a great teacher in every tradition, and this card represents the one with whom you feel closest, as well as the great teacher within. The teacher wears simple clothes here to demonstrate that even if you live a simple life, it can be an incredibly spiritual one. He is surrounded by a sense of serenity and harmony because he has absolute trust in the higher power that moves through him. And the dove on the card represents receiving answers to prayers through signs and experiencing peace through joy. This card can represent a teacher in your life or the great teacher within. Either way, it shows that you have dedicated a lot of time, effort, and energy to understanding yourself and the world. Totally the Hierophant. You are having spiritual experiences at this time and gaining a greater awareness of what you need to do in order to grow. There is a great chance that if you've been having any challenges recently, you've surmounted them and allowed them to be vehicles to lessons that are helping your spiritual connection. If you feel that you've received messages from heaven or the universe recently, this card is confirmation that these have indeed been holy experiences. That is so beautiful, Aquarius. Again, I really, really love your energy. This is awesome. Fantastic. So, if this reading resonated with you and you would like to know more about the situation or what this possible decision of yours to let this person back in and to give another chance, what this brings and all the emotions involved and how possible growth of your business, you're very invited to check out the extended on Vimeo, link down below. And I really hope this reading was helpful to you. Yeah, I really hope so. And I love your energy, Aquarius. Awesome energy. I'll see you next time or on Vimeo. Bye.